As Muslim, we believe that all people, whether they're born in America, or born in Iraq, or born in Palestine, or born in the Middle East, or born in India, wherever they may be, their life have the same value in the eyes of God. And Qur'an specifically said, من قتل نفسا بغير نفس كأنما قتل الناس جميعا. Qur'an said clearly, was no any second interpretation for it. He said, whoever killed one life and take one life was no right to do so, as if have taken the life of all humanity. Let me take you in a very philosophical explanation of this verse. In Islam, we believe that life of individuals implies all humanity. Our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he have taught us this. He have seen a man beating a young person, hitting him. He said, stop, stop, like this. And he shouted in Arabic. He said the voice was so angry, he said, I could not know who was calling me, the person who narrated the story. He said, I looked and it was Prophet Muhammad, and Prophet Muhammad said to him, don't ever do this. You have to remember that God have created Adam in the image of this young man. فإن الله خلق آدم على صورته. And then he said something very important. He said, remember the power of God over you, not your power over him. Because I'm going to tell you the reasons that people go to war. What people use now, what we call it just war, the war for a cause, a good reason. But usually, those war that take place in humanity because something has gone wrong of the following reasons. Either there's a grudge and hatred among particular groups, or belittling other group. My home country, Sudan. British came to Sudan, colonized Sudan, and they killed the Sudanese who were fighting with the sword in thousands of people. And if you are, as a Georgetown student, I'm going to ask you to examine history a little bit about Sudan and read the collapse of Khartoum. When Jordan, he was in Sudan. There's thousands of people who have died, and they killed them with no mercy. For what reason? They went to Sudan to promote peace. They went there as a colonist. Therefore, belittling people, believing that you're a better race, you deserve to conquer the world. The second or the third is of wealth, fight for wealth, accumulation of wealth. And look what happened in colonialism. People have taken the wealth from a country like Sudan, the cotton, to enhance the center of the British Empire, for example. Or look what happened in the French colonialism. We talk about freedom, justice, equality in France. We crossed the ocean or the water, and we killed 1 million Algerians. All war around ideology and belief, that my belief is better than yours, therefore I'm going to eliminate you. Islam has an answer for all of these reasons. People go to war. Islam believes that you should not belittle any group of people. You should not feel better than them. And because this is really underlying reason for people committing injustice and violence. Look to even the issue of domestic violence. Let us look to the big concept of war, to the violence in the house, in the family. As a person, an advocate to end domestic violence in this country, I've sat in many boards in the domestic violence. We come to know that the main reason of people to abuse others is control. They want to control them. And Islam telling us in the verse in Qur'an, in Surah chapter 49, يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى يكون خيرا منهم. Let a group of men belittle other group of men. Don't let a group of women belittle another group of women. You should not belittle other people. You should not look down to them. When we do that, then it becomes easy to abuse them, easy to take their life. And by the way, this is an issue you can see in media today. What makes you think when you sit on TV today, or what make us think, let us put blame on all of us, that there's, every time that we say that somebody died in Iraq, and there is no other people, American soldier, there's no Iraqi have died, civilians. What the statistic, how many of you in political science here in this room? And in political science, international relations, any kind of relations? You know? Okay, good. Now, I want you to check the facts. I want you to check how many civilians have died since the Iraq war. We need to have a calculation because every person matters. If we count a person from one side, we have to count other person. This also in Middle East issues, in India issue, in Pakistan. We cannot say that a human life is not worth anything when it's not ours. Therefore, what Islam is saying that we have to value the life equally of every child, of every human being. And the other issue that Qur'an address here, the issue of controlling of issue of control and the issue of wealth. And it is very interesting that if you really examine the war took place, all wars, major wars, when you see the war, look for the money. Seriously. It is, most of the time, is around this issue. What is oil, what is minerals, whatever it may call it.